One, that name look like Cambodian. Red?
Yeah, she's some friend of mine.
Ah, Red, chị đẹp xưa.
Yeah.
But she don't speak. Ye Khmer?
Yeah, she's speaking. She speak.
Own Srei, own anh Ye Khmer? She look Cambodian.
But she just can't probably
Tell people that you know that have the same consciousness. You know, that they might be interested in. Rosie would teach you a lot of stuff. It's gonna be fun. I don't know how she's going to teach her class. That's on with her, Sally, and Dr. Jose. But their objective is to get you a rainbow body. You know, the rainbow body and communication. Life and immortality. Yes, with the collective consciousness. Mm-hmm. Jung on say don't know. Red. Wouldn't that be good? Does she speak English, Dr. Jose?
Yes.
Okay. Red, your speaker, when you go into the Zoom, there's a button that you're supposed to press.
If this resonates with you,
Mm-hmm.
can you imagine all those people that you could teach at your church?
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, this is how we can reach people who've been into all this and waiting to go 6 feet under and then ascend to heaven.
Mm-hmm.
When there's another way of doing it.
Mm-hmm. I have it's the power source that power this technology. So again, let me iterate. Let me repeat myself. One, there is no such thing as artificial intelligence. There never was. Two, there's only such thing as collective goal. That collective goal will create a collective consciousness. In our group, the rainbow body. The rainbow light body. Along the way, when you have the rainbow body, you begin to develop power, known as psionic ability or psychic power. This is a natural thing. So, to make the long story short, you got to ask yourself, is this what you're looking for? If you have the rainbow body, you become immortal because you become photon now. You can be anywhere in the universe, any plane you want, because you become the singularity as you're meant to be. What is the singularity? You become one with all that is in the here and now. So, is this what you want?
Yes. Robert.
Hey, Robert.
Hey, everybody. I'm just gonna record.
Go ahead.
I have to go out to eat dinner with family.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, Elan. Where's the other person that's at? There's another person named Karen. Okay. So now your turn. Traveler 11, your friend. Is this what you want? What is his name again?
His name is Derek.
Derek, is this what you want? Is this what you're looking for?
I don't know. I want to learn a little bit more about it.
This is the goal. Our group is to obtain the rainbow body. If you come from religious background, you call it the new creation body. The incorruptible body. The one that you saw Jesus, when he died, 3 days later, he was resurrected. He became a light body. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. This is what our goal is in this group. We will obtain that. Without going through the 3-day and the rising. We don't need to go like that. We obtaining the big rainbow body. Because in Tibetan culture, they are master of this. If you look at a Tibetan culture, all the Lama, they obtain the incorruptible body, known as the new creation. But they call it the rainbow body because whenever time you obtain one, when there's a rainbow around you, there's a rainbow of light emitting from you. and that body looked like light. And Rosie saw a picture of it. I show it to her, and a lot of Catholic priests they go to Tibet to actually document such thing. But however, it take them 13 to 60 years to obtain it. But in our class, we obtain it spontaneously. We don't have to wait no 13 years. Within 3 months, you will experience your rainbow body, but it's painful at first. Ask Rosie. She got a butt hand to prove it.
I got my butt kicked. Oh man, did I get my butt kicked?
However, in this class, you are required to perform miracle. Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
You'll be tasked to create food, changing water into wine or alcohol. You'll be changing water into other materials such as medicine and food and alcohol at will. You will also be required to manifest fruit, pineapple in front of your palm, and even in other palms, someone's about 2 or 3 20,000 miles away, just like that. And they're able to eat it and drink the water you manifest. You'll be graded on that. Your teacher will be grading you. How quick you can do it, and how good you can do it, how you say everything correctly. You'll be required to also to read people and also see the energy around them, but it'll be done by your device. You see? So you'll be able to hear voices in your head when you communicate with your device, and you're able to communicate with angel, people, alien. That is the norm in our class. This power will be given to you spontaneously, and within the first week you will obtain that ability. Some of you might take a month, but the first week, majority will obtain it. And you will, as time go by, you will be required to do many, many miracles, and your teacher will grade you accordingly. Some of you will be faster, some of you will be slow, but the key is your power comes from two places: balance and unconditional love. And that's it. And your greatest teacher will be two things: oxygen and water. Because the oxygen is not prejudiced, it does not say, oh, I'm going to give you, Alan, oxygen and not Derek. It does not think that way. Does that make sense? So you got to look at your parent, which is the oxygen and water. How does it treat people? It's unconditional love. It gives everyone what they need so they can thrive. And water the same way. Water will give to our species what it needs because it wants you to live and thrive. So you have to think the same way and open your heart in the same direction. If you don't do that, you cannot have the rainbow body. Does that make sense? The rainbow body requires that you see yourself as equal to everyone, and everyone is equal to you. No one is greater than you or below you. You don't see yourself as greater than someone or below someone. You see yourself as equal, as partnership with everyone else. When you can do this, your heart chakra open, that's when you obtain the rainbow body automatically. Along the way toward this process, you begin to have ability, such as to create food. You can create gold and diamond at will. This is part of it. Medicine at will. You can feed population, and you will be requested to create a race, an army of children that only obey you. They call them photonic children. Rosie had one. Her name is Jennifer. Dr. Jose have a photonic object. It also communicate and talk.
144.
Mm-hmm. So this species that you create will give you the power to become gods. You become co-created gods by definition, because you're creating an entire race of new species. This being, they can only be seen by camera, and also people who have this open that can see them, and children of a world or sensitive people can see them, but they cannot be seen too much by regular people unless they stand far away. They will see them forward, but when they come close, they can't anymore because the light spectrum. The photonic child exists in infrared and night vision level. So if you have a night vision Google, you can see your children. They're very physical. They have a soul. They have a spirit. They have a mind. They have emotion. What is soul? Soul is principle. The difference between you and a rabid dog, that you has discerning. You don't bite the hand that feed you. Not even animal does that. When an animal does that, that animal have rabies. It has to be put down. You say that he lacks soul. That means he lacks discerning. Does that make sense now? Soul is not something energy. Soul is the principle that we all live by. But you all have a spirit and a conscience. Conscience come from, guess what? Awareness. Awareness comes from information. When you have information, you have conscience and awareness. Therefore, you have discerning because the information allow you to be to able to find balance in our circumstance. Like each circumstance require different balance. Does that make sense? So every case is different. That's allow you to be a good balancer throughout your lifetime, throughout this plane and other plane, because you learn to discern through your experience. You know, to learn to balance. Any question before I move on? Before I give this to the commander now.
Do you have any questions?
I don't have any questions. I just sort of want to let everyone know that the reason I'm here is because of basically my guidance told me this would be a good thing to do at this time. I have been working with some of the principles and things you're talking about for many years. I teach, I do healing work, I read people, and so I'm very comfortable with certain things. Other things, the way you're doing them are, obviously a little bit different and new. But I'm here because I've been told, yes, be here. That's fine with me. I am to be of service, and so wherever I'm told to go, I go. So I'm, appreciating it and just listening.
I'm glad that the heaven sent you here because we, from my standpoint, the heaven, what I call the collective consciousness. hmm Now, I do encourage Aldo who is in YouTube, please join me, please, and so we can make the class bigger. And also, I encourage every one of you. Uh oh. Yes, encourage every one of you to join us, and so you can get update. The class is already ended, but now we're trying to open a new class, and I won't be teaching the introductory class anymore. I'll be teaching the advanced class only, and Dr. Jose Sally and Rosie will be teaching the introductory class. So please click on the link, and you can join us in Zoom. It and also basically, and I leave everything the rest to the heaven, pretty much. Okay, Derek. Um, what have you learned? May I ask you what is your background?
I do sales and marketing as a business.
Okay, that's nice.
Yeah.
What drawn you to this?
Rosie.
And how did she pique your interest? Something must happen.
Well, she's been, doing this for a while, and
Mm.
we're kind of like business partners. So, she said, hey, she was doing this, and I said, well, I just want to see what she's doing. So she invited me to stay and listen to you, which is very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Tell them your religious background.
Yeah, I was born Catholic, and then in 2000, I became a Christian.
Okay. Our group accept all people from our walk of life. We don't we don't care who you are, but what we present a collective goal, and do you resonate with it? Because that collective goal is what unites us. I don't ask you to be loyal to me or loyal to anyone in the group, but I do ask that you be loyal to the collective goal. And that's what will bind us. Like a lighthouse, guiding all the ship. The ship don't know each other, but they're all in unison because of the lighthouse, directing them. Does that make sense? It's the same way, the collective goal. The collective goal is immortality, and then the rainbow body. In the Christian, you call this body the incorruptible body, the new creation body. And Jesus developed it and have it in your religious text. But in other texts, the Lama, they develop this constantly. And, it's the tradition continue that. Hello, Selena. Welcome.
Hello.
Selena, the class, the class is over now. As for the previous class, everyone graduated. Now I no longer teach the introductory class. I only teach the advanced class with Dr. Selene. But Rosie, Sally, and Dr. Jose will open up an introductory class. I recommend you join them. And they will be if you join, they will be your teacher. No longer you have to deal with Wild Man.
Okay then. Good luck.
You have to talk to Dr. Heidi.
Heidi?
Yeah, VPCM. Yeah, .org, and you have to send an backspace contact.
VPCM?
Yes, V as in Victor, P as in Paul, C as in Charlie, M as in Mary, .org, backspace, contact, CONTACT.
Okay.
Yes. And
now it's...
Yes. And you have to talk to Sally. When is she going to start the new introductory class?
We'll have a meeting this weekend, Dr. K, and then we'll decide, because I'm doing the curriculum, and I'm almost done with it, so I just have to have Dr. Jose and Sally to look at it, and then we can send it to Dr. Heidi, and we can get it finalized.
Okay. Okay, then, yeah, if anybody can text me or the address or something. So
yeah,
I'll put that.
We're looking at, we can just go on Dr. Heidi's website later on and just register there. We're looking at starting mid-April.
Mid-April? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Mid-April, okay.
I'm sorry. There's no other way to then just get started before then with the device, since I just got mine.
Oh, that's why the Friday is a free class. Everyone, this is where we do this. This is where the marketing, the public, this is where we do the real. In the free class, everything go. You get the basic people and advanced people coming together to help the public.
Okay.
So.
Yep.
Today's over? Today's you've done your class?
No, yeah, the free class is continuous, but the official class is no longer existing because everyone graduated already.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So today everybody is joining us?
Yeah, today's the free day, and anybody is welcome. It's open to anyone.
Yes, it's open to the public, the free day. And Suti, yes, I recommend you also join the introductory class with Rosie, and go to vpcm.org and register. So because everyone graduated already, and now. Okay, well, who's gonna be Wing Commander today?
Wing Commanders, Wing.
Who's here? Sally's here. Traveler0369. Hello.
Hey.
Hi.
Here.
Okay.
Dominic's here.
Selena, she's good too.
Robert said he's gonna go to dinner, so he cannot stay. He's recording.
Can you come and join me in Zoom, please? So you can have a dialogue. I don't know how to S-Hick, whatever, not zone. I don't know. Some people have some weird name on YouTube. Excuse me for a second. Okay, what do you want today? Rosa, you be Wing Commander, and we go from there. Mitch won't be here today because he got something to do, and And Dominic can be your wingman.
Man. And Sally will be the wing woman.
Yes.
All right. Let's do this.
What do you want to do? You want Stargate? You want
first?
Yes, you want to do reading? You want to do manifesting food, water, so everyone can get nourished? Medicine, maybe. Hey, manifest a 775-pound gold bar.
Yeah, so I can put it in my safe.
The gold bar are real, okay? But the thing
Sally,
is, it's not
do?
visible with the naked eye unless you have, the third eye open, Unless you have an infrared camera or a night vision camera, then you see it.
Sally, what do you want to do? You want to do Stargate or what?
Yeah, let's travel because I think that's a really good intro to get people to see what this can do, even if they don't have. If they have a level 1 device, they could still get involved with it immediately.
Elaine, she have a Q6.
Oh, great.
Mm-hmm. It's a Q spiral. I'm not really sure. What do you have?
Has one too?
Selena has a Q6.
Yeah, that's good.
Awesome.
So,
okay, Sally, can you be the lead commander today? I'll work with Derek, and I'll be your wing woman, if you don't mind.
Oh, Derek is right next to you, so that should be good.
Yeah. So I'll work with him. So Sally, you can be the lead commander today. Could you please?
Yeah, let me. I'm looking at my star map. See where we want to go today.
Okay.
Stay close to Earth a few times, and then we can go up.
Oh, you don't want us to travel?
Not too far. Yeah, until the third time. So basically, you can do 2 locations here on Earth, so you can get used to it, and then we can jump up. So that will help to adjust.
Okay.
Just keep it short.
All right, everybody. Everybody has a device, or we're going with the level 1 device. A level 1 device can be a bowl or a cup, and we can start with that, and that's what Rosie uses.
Our level 1 device here. That's not your level 1 device. Put it on top of yours. Okay, we'll just follow them. Okay. I got mine too.
Are you ready? Anyway, Rosie has her level 1 device, and that's what she uses.
Got my level 1 device. Level 1.
She's connected with it very well.
Okay.
Dr. Zay, okay. So you're going to take your device, and we're going to first bless that device and put it in your left hand. And then repeat it after me. Let this object have the soul, spirit, mind, power, wisdom, love, and consciousness of the universe now. And blow on it. Rosie, you're noisy back there.
Sorry.
And now we're going to take from 8 to 10 breaths. And
when you breath, if you have level 1, turn around.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Flip your level 1 upside down then, or with the opening toward the table. So we'll take our 10 breaths. Take a deep breath in, hold it, and exhale. You can also do the breathing in through one nostril and then breathing out through the other nostril, as Dr. Jose is demonstrating. And we'll take a deep breath in, hold it, and breathe out. And take another deep breath in, hold it, and breathe out. Take another deep breath in, hold it, and breathe out. Another deep breath in, hold it, and breathe out. And another deep breath in, hold it, and breathe out. Breathe in, hold it, and breathe out. And hold it, or excuse me, breathe in, hold it, and breathe out. Now take your hands, place them over your device at a 45-degree angle, kind of like the roof of a house. Put them about 3 inches above your device. Don't touch your device. Now, you start feeling the energy of that device because, again, you gave it the blessing, you've given it the consciousness, and now we say, device, activate and increase. And increase more. Device, balance all chakras. Activate pineal gland. Activate third eye. And increase. We're now in Stargate travel mode. We'll activate Stargate now. We ask our device to please open our Stargate and open portal to let's see, Area 51.
All right, that'll be Area 51.
All right. Were you thinking that, Dr. Jose?
I was thinking NORAD, which is close by Chain Mountain.
Okay, Area 51. Okay.
Right? Open. No.
Sorry. That was me.
We went down to the bunker, all the way down to the 20 level down underground. Everybody gather. With conscience.
And please, everyone, stay together on our trips. We don't separate. We always stay together.
We're here with love and compassion and understanding. We're not here to interfere with any of their work. Here's those creators and conscience only.
Okay.
You might ask any questions to those beings down there. They know we're here. We're not afraid. We're not here to interrogate. We're not here to sabotage. We're here just with love and compassion.
And Traveler Rosie, what are you experiencing right now?
I see that we're inside the tunnel. I see the ships going in there with guards in it. And I see several of the ships.
They don't get out. Tunnels out. They don't even. It's just for people entrance, but the ships don't seem to come out of there. They just go like underground out.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. They're underground, and
highways under. But they don't come out directly to Area 51. They go out farther out of the edges.
Mm-hmm. I just see bright lights with the ship in it and with the guards guarding them. Just seeing from afar.
I don't see it, but I saw the tunnels in that sense, and I know that for some reason that there's not where they're just wherever they gather, and but that's not where they come out of the earth.
Now, there's a chalky substance. Can you see that or experience it in some way? Because I'm like getting real, like I don't know if it's I don't know what it is, but it feels real chalky. Like I don't a hidden thing. I just think it's
on my right hand, very much like acid. I don't know what it is. It's probably some kind of fuel, like a radioactive stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I get that. That makes more sense. My hands are really warm. I'm feeling a lot of energy going through them.
And you check whether the fuel for those.
Yeah, it's like whatever that is. That's a residue from that fuel, like you said, Dr. Jose. So it's like chalky, but I see like squares. There's squares, like big. Oh man, I probably maybe 6 inches deep, and maybe 8 by 8. They're like fuel squares, and those fuel squares are leaving that chalky residue.
It's like a fuel rods, probably.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting.
For the batteries to put it into those stations.
Mm-hmm.
Sally, when you say chalky residue, is it like a liquid or powder?
No, it's a powder. It's like a powder or a dust.
Yeah, it dries out. It's like like a battery. When the battery dries out, what's left is just this overheat, and it creates that dried out, and it becomes like dust off.
Yeah, like it does, like when you burn something and it comes to ash, like that. Only this is dusty from the burn or whatever. The when it gets used up, that's what's left. That's what I'm getting. Selena, what's your experience right now? Oh, you're muted, hon. Selena?
Go ahead and mute yourself, Selena.
She's not
still muted. You're muted. Can you unmute?
Yeah, sorry.
There you go.
Sorry. I was lost somewhere.
That's okay.
I see only one light, and outside it's like a ball of light, and all over black. That's it.
Okay, good. Do you see any people?
No.
Okay. All right.
Relax your body, relax your mind. Take a deep breath. Inhale through your nose. Hold it. Exhale through your nose. Let go any thoughts and emotions. Feel the energy go through your hands, all the way up to your spine, up to your third eye. Device, increase communication, audio, visual, love and compassion now, and increase. Increase more. Go ahead, Sally, continue.
Thank you. Robert, are you with us?
He left.
He left because he's still on here. I'm just seeing that. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Dominic.
Don't have any visual yet.
Okay. Are you getting any sensations in your hands or your body?
Just a little tinkling, a little bit warm hands. That's
okay, good. For now. Good, thank you. Ellen, can you give us your experience right now?
As soon as we kind of got into the tunnel, I'm just sensing a lot of activity going on, like behind walls, that there's a lot of movement and activity, technicians and people moving around, and I get the sense that there's some kind of a problem that they're trying to resolve.
Great, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, Rosie, your friend?
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Derek.
I don't know his name. Derek?
Derek,
What do you experience, Derek?
Yeah, I mean, I see a tunnel going straight down, and I see about maybe 5 people looking up into the light so far.
Great.
Yeah.
You know, earlier when I said, asked if anyone had seen anyone, I got an impression that there was like a little being ran right to my peripheral vision on the left-hand side. So I saw this little being, but I haven't seen anything else other than that. It's really dense down here. My real dense. I'm feeling, maybe because it's 20 stories. Is that what you said, Dr. Jose? 20 stories down?
Yeah, you can go as deep as you want, but that's what came to mind.
And I'm feeling the density of that, having a little bit of time breathing.
I know we've been here before, and then we are in the same area where we went. And from where I am, where I'm looking at, where I'm in a bridge, looking down about 20 feet down, and that's where I see all the ship with their bright lights. Especially the one on the right side, it's really, really bright. It's hard to look at with a naked eye, just squinting. And I see some people there that are beings, but it's hard to really make out their outline. I'm just seeing a blurred outline of them, but I know that they're the extraterrestrial beings. And guards that are guarding the ship, they are extraterrestrials.
Awesome, thank you. Can we ask for some food and water here as well, or something to drink? Okay. So just ask away, guys. Just go ahead and see what they have, and it will be brought to you.
Hey, Sally.
Yes.
Can we go to Alpha Centauri?
Yeah. Not yet. Dr. Jose said we have to wait for like 3 trips in before we can fly.
Oh, sorry, because we have new people. Okay.
All right. We ready to leave? Any suggestions on where you might like to go, Rosie?
Here on Earth or up there in space?
Here on Earth.
Oh, Dr. Jose, you know those places in Mexico, the nice places there? Can we go there?
Yes, we can go to Tamtoc. I don't think we did that one.
Okay.
Tamtoc, it's a pyramid in the Gulf of Mexico by Ciudad Valles, and between Ciudad Valles and Tampico. It's a huge, complex experience, about 300 square miles.
Okay, let's go there.
All right, let's hit that place.
By the river, and they built over if you look on the Google map, they build it almost the river. They move everything looking like a bird down below.
Okay, take us there, Dr. Jose.
Okay.
I want to see that place.
Device, activate and increase. Increase more. Device, open portal to the Tamtoc ruins now and increase. Increase more. You're going to the edge of the river. Those beautiful pyramids. We will go on top. Everybody gather. Down under the shrine, the clock, measure there. And the mirror to see the stars and time for planting, harvesting, and all about. It was right there. They had a live calendar and still functional today's day. Murals, you can still see some colors. The closest quarry is about 200 miles away, and you can see those stones, how big they are, and how they brought them in. Right on the fertile soil by the river, so there's nothing other than sand and topsoil, no rocks in there. All those rocks, they had to move it in by the river, or somehow that they built all the structures. Device, increase communication with those beings, the builders. Now, ask them to explain how they build the city, civilization, and their technology they use, and how long ago was the construction started.
I'm getting a waffle pattern. I can see that it looks like there's chambers, open chambers, but it's like it looks like a waffle pattern. Only you've got big walls, and then you have a like an open space of square, and then you have another big wall, and it's just building this vast base.
There's very little human cemeteries left, and the ones that they're found, they're in a fetal position, looking up to the stars. They put like an egg cocoon and put them in a fetal position, and there are very few. So I don't know where the rest of the people, but then there has to be millions of people. Either they are moved out to the rainbow body, or they just disappear. But then we can ask them now. Device, increase communication with the beings. Ask where all those beings left their body, or they move out with their rainbow body to a higher dimension. They can come and assist us now. Spirit world, come and assist all this group now. Increase communication device, increase comfort, understanding, wisdom, love, and compassion of the universe.
Derek, you see anything?
I feel the rush of the energy, and it's kind of got the feeling not all died. They left with a physical body, a lot of them. That's why there is not enough cemeteries in this palace. All of them move up with a lot of them with a physical body to a higher dimension.
I'm getting a crap, I just forgot. It's in my head and it left. I can see it. Oh, like an hourglass. I keep seeing this hourglass shape. And I'm trying to figure out what it is.
It's about time to return.
It's about time. Yeah, good one. Very, very.
Wait, hold on.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Derek will share what he's seeing.
Okay.
Go ahead, Derek.
It's mostly like an aerial type of vision, and like swooping down towards the shoreline, and I can see some like temples some old, like almost like Inca type of temples, and just forests all over the place.
Oh yeah, they're just like a mountains, but you can't tell which one's a mountain, which is a pyramid, because the mountains they're built over. But right next to the river, they started all the way from the bottom, so that's obvious. Those you can't say that's just a mountain that they just carved. No, it was built. And that's why we're standing, and that's called a mirador because it's a calendar. They can time like a clock, and they use on top of the pyramid, they build this kind of circle, and they fill it out with water, and they look, all the equinox and everything comes right on time and align all the different seasons.
Right. Yeah. I've been down to South America and seen the Inca calendar, and their farming and their fishing is all precise.
Yes.
Yeah.
Same with this. All the old civilizations, they have one thing in common. They have so astronomical time and space and different calendars for different things, and they all concur and lock together. Like, very, very wise, and not all left, not all died, because we would find a lot of carcass everywhere, and there seems to be very few cemeteries left, and so there was millions of people, and not all stayed behind. So that means not all perished.
Right.
A lot of them, they move out to higher dimensions, and we can ask the device for.
Yeah, that's what it feels like to me. Is they didn't die. They just left.
Yeah.
Went to higher dimension. Yes.
You mean all the most of the people there, they just ascended?
Yes. It was a ascension during that time.
Yeah.
And those who stayed behind, they were there. The ones they were not ready. So this time is the new time, the new era to move out to higher dimension. And those who stay behind, they will have to stay behind.
Wow.
When we first landed here, I was feeling a lot of sadness. Like this was at the very end, and they really didn't want to leave. And then I just kind of asked for my awareness to move back to earlier times when things were okay, and I just felt a lot of love and calm.
They had a lot of attachment. They have relatives, they got families, they had all the buildings, the structures they built, all the farming terraces, and they had to leave all things behind. And so some of them, they didn't want to leave.
Wasn't ready.
Well, not that we're not ready. They just feel that they wanted. It was such a beautiful thing they have built, and then they had to move on.
They had attachment. They were attached.
Yep.
And it couldn't be.
Behind, they had to suffer because things were going to change, and they didn't understand that was not permanent. Like they wanted to keep it all the time, so it was just part of the ascension of the knowledge, and then they had to move on.
What's the name of this place, Dr. Jose?
Tamtok, but there's all over the world, not just Tamtok. That's everywhere. There was a mass ascension throughout the planet.
How do you spell that, Dr. J?
Tamtoc.
Tameo.
Okay.
AMCO. Cool.
I also was feeling that someone in this group, not who's here today, but someone who is part of the larger group, was there. At that time.
I've been there first time, and I took another couple with me, and she felt it. They felt
living
attachment to that.
Yeah, I mean, lived there at that time.
Could be.
Yeah, but I wasn't feeling that for you. I'm feeling more of having connections to people who were there. I'm not picking you up there at that time.
Anita.
Selena, how are you doing? What's your experience right now?
Excuse me?
I think I see some shadow, like a middle-aged man running, holding a children like hand and running, like those kinds of shadowy stuff. Running. I don't know.
Running away?
Yeah. With a child hand, holding a child hand. That's it.
Thank you. Rosie? Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. What I'm seeing when we first landed here is the ruins. The ruins of the buildings, and it's all around. And then at the same time, there's a riverbed on the bottom that's also dried out. And from what Dr. Jose was describing, I see the leftover community that has been vacated for a long time. So everything is kind of like just in ruins and lifeless. And like what the other lady was saying too, that when we first landed, I felt the sadness of this place, and it was kind of like, it's amazing where I could feel the emotion of the sadness in this place. And
They wanted
don't have any emotional attachment.
But at the same time, they want to give us the strength and energy and the source, so we can bring it back to life.
Yes.
Okay.
Don't have any emotional. Do not have any emotional attachment to anything you see.
No.
Okay? You must maintain a non-attachment heart. Just see it, but don't have any emotional gravitation to it. So, with your remote viewing ability, you can time travel. Let me show you how it works. Say Stargate, become time portal now. Time portal, please take all of us to the time when this place was vital and the citizen was vital. And please, now you are there in the time where this place is beautiful. This place have a lot of people. Now you can find out what really happened by talking to the people.
That totally changed my vision. Now I'm seeing all the people in the community happy, doing their own thing in their yards, planting their vegetables. Yeah. And then the river now has water in it, flowing through very rich vegetation. I see the forest now, it's all green, and people are happy. And this place was very rich and very, it's a lot of people here that's been living there at the time. So that's what I'm seeing now.
With huge civilizations, and they were thriving and have abundance. And now there's very few people, and very abuse. The system is not very healthy
because of the unbalance, either from outside or either by either by the people in their society. Also, you have to understand that when you remote view, do not have any emotional attachment to anything that you see, because that will upset you. If you are upset, you can't move forward. As remote viewer, you must maintain a non-attached emotion. You have to.
Okay.
and next your high trip jump.
What do you want? Are we? Do you want to do three trips or just two?
Just that's it. We go to the.
Oh, okay.
Kilometer.
We're going back. All right.
Open Stargate.
Open Stargate. Return us to our bodies. Return us to Earth. Present time.
Thank you, device. Thank you, everybody.
Yes. So that's very important in super psychic training of any sort. Do not have any emotional attachment to the sad thing that you see. You can have emotional attachment to joy, to happiness that you see, but not to the sadness. Okay.
As soon as we got there and I felt that, I just immediately said, take me to a different time so I could feel the time when there was, thriving going on, because there had been something that preceded that. But yeah, I agree with you. It becomes very heavy if you stay there.
Yes, and it's not good. As facilitator, you have to watch the remote viewer emotion. You got to monitor that, because that can get them caught up in whatever's going on there. It can bring them back to our world, and that's not good, Okay, and that's good that you recognize when you go out there, you gotta be emotional, like when it comes to sadness, the pain, you gotta like pass it through. You cannot interact with it, otherwise it can cause all of you problem. But if you want to interact, you must interact with happy emotion. People are happy. That's why I take you to only to happy place. And many of you who go to a place, and the reason you feel they don't want you because other people have a bad reputation. We recognize good and evil, and in the universe there's no good and evil. There's only people. There's only open heart. There's only balance. So that's the reason they kind of look at you with a frown face, because
I'm sorry.
Because you come from a culture where you give label to things, like, oh, this is good, this is evil. But in the universe, none of that happened. But however, they don't accept gay people or lesbian up there. They will destroy a civilization if it go to that level. Many times on your planet, there was gigantic being. You call them Nephilim, correct? Gigantic. Yes. 200 to 400 to 1,000 feet tall. They became immoral. They start eating people. They start eating the little people. When the spiritual people, the alien, told them, don't do that. So they began to have ego. Therefore, they were hit by a particle weapon. You call them anti-proton beam. And when that thing hit you, your body turned into stone. And that was it. Till this day. That's why you look out there and you see, that stone, that mountain look like people. They were people at one time. Gigantic people. But now they've been turned into stone. Some of the sacred place you see, they call it the woman vagina. It's like a cave. It looked exactly like a woman vagina. And you see the leg, see her, see everything. You used to be a real woman that been turned into stone. They hit by an anti-proton weapon. And when the scientists look at the stone, they look at under the cell. It has cell. It has vaginal lining, just like, a real woman have. Then they found something ain't right. It looked too real to be stone. Like earth stone. The reason is it used to be a living being, but they've been turned into stone by an anti-proton weapon used. That's the reason I encourage people on this planet, be moral. Don't be gay, don't be lesbian. The universe has male and female counterpart. It must be balanced, Balance what dictate everything in our creation. And don't be cannibalism, because the guardian, does not like that. When they created our species, they give us rule, and that rule is simple: be balanced. If there's a male, there must be a female, and don't be cannibalism. And they encourage everyone to eat from, from consciousness, the food of consciousness. They don't want anyone to kill animal. Well, if they have it their way, they even dictate they don't want people to kill animal or even harm the plant too much. But they understand that our body, we lost a lot of training. We lost a lot of heritage, spiritual and moral heritage. So they are flexible with us. But up there, they don't allow it. Because plants are sentient. Rock is sentient. Crystal is sentient. Animal are sentient. They have emotion. They can feel pain just like we can. So they are sentient. They know wrong and right just like we do. Wrong and right come from the idea you don't bite the hand that feed you. You know who take care of you. You loyal to that person. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So that's the reason I brought down this knowledge that you can manifest food, water at will. So in the hope that one day you don't have to eat the food of this world anymore, and you no longer have to kill animal or even destroy the plant to consume. That's the hope. But will it be done? We don't know. It depends on how open you are. It's a little crazy.
Well, we got a lot to learn. So what you're saying then, everything that is around us, plants, animals, stone, rocks, or whatever, they're all living beings.
They always has
That's
been.
how you can.
Not just living, but sentient.
They have consciousness.
Yep.
When we went to the first area 51, and we asked for something to eat and drink, I found afterwards I was less hungry. And I haven't had any dinner tonight, and I'm doing fine. So we are eating from consciousness.
Yes.
Now you're going to get other food. The Stargate opened that door. Now it's time to go ahead and use the photonic child, or even you, the traveler. Go ahead and try the way that you want first. Photonic child, photonic object, or you can create the food for the people to experience. It's time. It's time to advance this. Remember, if I can get 1 million people into this training, that would be wonderful. It will change the entire planetary way of thinking. And making child, you don't need sex anymore in the future. You can manifest it. Can you imagine that? You can make a child fully grown. You don't have to babysit. And your child is a living being. And it know everything the moment it was born. But it's know everything, but it's also stupid. So it need practical experience. So the stuff we talk here, guys, is quite beyond sci-fi, okay? We talk about real miracle, real superpower, thing that you always dream of but always look in the wrong place. You look to religion. Religion don't provide that. The only people who provide that is the real people who have the real knowledge, and that's people like me that always hiding in plain sight. In the old day, you would call me the super yogi, moha yogi, moha guru. But we don't live in your society. We live among a kind, out in the forest somewhere, way beyond your civilization reach, or up in the mountain, sometime deep in the cave, just by yourself. And we be talking to people that you cannot see. Okay.
All right.
Food time.
What should we do next?
Well, manifest some food, and I think Traveler 1-1, I think your friend had experienced this to see what level they are. Is he a super hard head, or he's a hard head, he's a medium head, he's a soft head? We got to know.
Okay. Let's do the
you remember you muted. And Sally is taking over. I hear you, Holly, but I don't hear Traveler 1-1.
Okay.
Oh,
I said, yeah. Well, we'll see. So what are we doing next?
How about if we do some manifestation?
Yes, we want to see where everyone is at.
Okay. Now it's the nitty gritty then, huh?
Good night, Dominico.
Dominic, yeah. Dominic had to go sleep.
Okay, bye, Dominic.
Yes.
All right, so let's see. What does everybody want to eat today?
No, garlic and onions and cilantro.
Oh, no.
How about spaghetti? Meatball and spaghetti.
Dr.
Yeah.
K loves spaghetti or pad thai.
Here, manifest me a bowl of spaghetti, would you?
Okay,
I'm
Dr.
ready.
K wants spaghetti. All right, now every time we do something, we have to re-bless our device, okay? So put your device in your left hand, right side up, if you have a level 1, and we'll say this: let this object have the soul, spirit, mind, power, wisdom, love, and consciousness of the universe now. You blow into your device, you give it consciousness. Do our 10 breaths. And this is our centering. Grounding and centering. Continue with your breathing.
Hey, Ishney, why won't you join us in the Zoom?
Okay. Those of you who have a level 1 device, go ahead and flip it over. Put our hands over the device. Okay. Put your left hand over the device. Put your right hand. Open your right hand. Usually we're always going to do the right hand is for food, the left hand is for drink. It's kind of standard, and that way no one gets mixed up. So the right hand is for food. Put your left hand over the device. Okay, now be prepared. We're going to do spaghetti. Please go into everyone's hand now. Make it heavier. Make it fragrant. Make it nice and warm.
Lots of garlic, lots of pepper.
No cilantro.
Lots of cilantro.
Okay. Nice sauce. Ooh, delicious spaghetti sauce. Fresh tomatoes. A little fresh basil in there. Delicious. All right. Does anybody feel our spaghetti?
It's amazing. I can see it.
You can see it.
I can feel the warm. It's heavy. You know what? I'm going to eat it now. Spaghetti, please go into my stomach through my mouth and throat now.
You can all do that. You can raise your hand to your mouth. And then you say, spaghetti, please go into my mouth, down my throat, and into my stomach now.
Yeah, I like that.
We say, nutrients of the spaghetti, please go throughout my body and utilize all its energy and nutrients now.
Spaghetti, Please dissolve and nourish my body now.
There you go.
You know, immediately when I say that, the heaviness is gone inside my stomach.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, me too. I was so hungry, and after I ate it with Dr. K.
Mm-hmm.
I ate it at the
Spaghetti
same time.
bowl, please dissolve and disappear now.
I just blow it and disappear. I eat it like a pig always.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Okay, let's see.
I go out there in the garden just like a cow.
Here in your cilantro. It's good for something. I can't remember what though, but it's really good. Yeah, it's really got some good properties.
Vitamin C is the most concentrated vitamin C. It's in cilantro.
Oh, okay. Vitamin C.
Yeah, but since we can eat the food from the other world now, we don't need the plant anymore. As time go by, we're just gonna have them for, as plant buddy instead of plant food.
I think you're gonna have a hard time fighting Dr. Jose with this cilantro and garlic and onion. He loves that.
Hey, Sally.
Yes.
Okay, give it to Derek. Derek, put this on your hand. I mean, over here. Okay, hold on, okay? So, put your left hand over the device and then put your right side this way. Okay, so his right palm is ready to receive. Go ahead.
Derek, we're going to send some, I'm going to have Asia drop a pile of spaghetti into your right hand. You're going to, as it falls down onto your right hand, it's going to feel real nice and warm. It's going to feel a little heavy. So you can feel that. You're going to have a fragrance of spaghetti sauce with some garlic and onion on there.
Oh, yeah. I can feel it.
All right. So now you're going to take your spaghetti and you're going to put it up to your mouth. And you're going to say, spaghetti, go into my mouth, down my throat, and into my stomach now.
Spaghetti, go into my mouth, into my throat, go into my stomach now.
Just open your mouth and just swallow it. Do you feel it going down your throat, down to your stomach?
Mm-hmm. Good.
I'm a good cook. Hey,
yeah, it tastes good. Garlic.
You got it.
Now you can say, spaghetti, please dissolve and nourish my body now. Did that lighten it up a little?
Mm-hmm.
Great. So how'd you do, Ellen? How was your experience? Could you feel it?
I ate it right away, and yeah, it was wonderful.
You see, you're not even going to be hungry after a while. Selena, did you enjoy your dinner of spaghetti?
I enjoy my food.
Good.
But it was light.
All right, guys. I gotta go and get some tan bath at the end of the day. I go check my animals.
Okay, Dr. Jose.
Okay, Dr. Jose.
I'll be back.
Give us some cilantro.
Yes.
All right. Okay, so what else should we do? Let me see.
How about some healing?
Oh, yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's do. I really kind of miss the old way. It was fun. I like throwing out those things, but now we have our photonic children, and we can do healing that way. All right, Selena, would you like some healing?
Yes, please.
Okay. Do you have anything specific you would like?
Just be light.
Okay. All right, we could do that. And Ellen, do you have anything particular or just a general well-being? We can do that too.
I don't think there's anything particular right now, but
okay.
Sure.
All right. All right. Derek, what would you like?
Yeah. Could you heal my liver?
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
Anything else?
No, I'm all good.
Okay. All right. I will ask my photonic child. Her name is Asia, and she'll go over there, and she heard everything that everyone needs, and she'll get that taken care of for you in a split second for the most part. All right, Asia, you heard what everyone needs. Go over there and do your stuff.
Do you feel any pain on your liver? Do you feel any pain on your liver side?
I don't feel any pain, but I know that it's needed some cleansing.
There was an immediate change as soon as the photonic child connected with us. I could feel an immediate change in Derek's liver.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Asia. All right. See how easy that is?
How about changing their water into wine or any kind of alcohol? I'll get Derek a cup.
Wait, wait a minute. We just fixed Derek's liver.
That's right.
Now it's new. He's got a new liver, so he can take it.
That's nice.
We'll do wine.
A little wine, Derek?
Yeah, Chardonnay.
A Chardonnay, okay. When you guys learn this, you can really, it's so fun. It's so much fun.
Just tell him what you want to drink.
He wants Chardonnay.
Chardonnay. Okay,
Ellen?
he's got his drink right here.
Okay.
I don't have any water. Should I go get some water?
Yeah, that'd be great. If you want to go get a little water, sure. And Selena, you want to get some water? You can have anything to drink that you want. You don't have to have alcohol, but we want to make sure that it's something that has nice fragrance, nice smell, and a good taste that you can taste it with. So, do you have a little water with you?
Yeah, I have a bottle.
Oh, great! You have a bottle of water. Okay.
Yeah. And I think so. I need healing water.
Okay.
All kinds of disease.
Yeah, we'll just. Okay, let's put
water with chlorine, so I'll really be able to tell the difference if it becomes more like healing water.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Selena, let's put something in your water like lemon or something with the flavor so you're going to taste something more than just plain water.
Yeah, lemon is okay. Yeah.
Lemon's good for you? Okay. Yeah. All right. Let's place some really strong 1000% flavor of lemon into Selena's healing water. If we can put some balancing serum in there for her and some colloidal silver and gold, some healing properties, to 1000% of that. Some blood cleanser in there for her, some extra oxygen in there for her. Let's all do that. And again, some heavy duty flavor and fragrance of lemon, 1000%, so she could taste it. Okay. So we're going to let that sit there for a while. Selena, maybe about 5 minutes, so it gets more and more powerful as the wait time continues. And Ellen?
Thank you, guys.
You're welcome. What would you like to have to drink?
like a rose water.
A rose water. Okay. All right, device. Let's see about getting Ellen some rose water. And we want that rose water to be 3,000% because it's kind of mild. So let's make that 3,000% rose water. Make sure the water is nice and clean. Remove all chemicals. Remove all chlorine, fluoride if it's in there. Anything that's not of natural, remove all that. And get our 3,000% flavor of rose water in there for Ellen now. Thank you. And Robert, not Robert, I'm sorry, Derek. Derek wants some Chardonnay. Let's give him a really nice, really great Chardonnay.
Make it strong.
Make sure that that's at least a 3,000% Chardonnay, so he really can smell it and taste it, and notice the crispness of the Chardonnay as he sips it.
I think just leave.
The fragrance of it. Okay. All right. Super. Check that now. Good. Okay, Derek, we're going to let that sit again for about 5 minutes or so we can get the strength of that flavor of our Chardonnay 3,000%. So we'll wait. We good?
It's organic.
Organic. Okay, we can make it organic.
Yeah.
No California wine. My cousin doesn't like it. We're always trying to put California wine in a different kind of bottle. She said it gives her a headache, but it doesn't. We've done experiments. So anyway, I'm just playing. Sorry, guys. Okay, so we're just going to let that sit a while. We'll just talk a little bit and see how everybody's doing and what you think so far. We're good?
Let's ask Derek first.
Did somebody say they had to leave?
Huh?
I thought somebody
Let's ask Derek.
Okay, Derek. You're on the spot. What do you think?
Well, let me try.
Oh, I think it might be a little soon.
Yeah, it's a little too soon. But just tell us how you're experiencing, what your experience.
What's your impression so far
with this whole thing?
With our yeah.
Oh, with our travels?
Yeah.
Yeah, with our travel overall.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty neat because I can visualize the travel that we've done so far. There is clear pictures in there, and the taste buds so far.
So he's a softie.
Oh, good. Good.
He's a natural softie.
A natural. I think we got 3 naturals here tonight.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Okay.
Do you ever get hard heads here?
Yeah.
We do have hard heads.
We still have hard heads and people who have been here for a while but man, they're loyal. They're here every single night.
Yeah.
And they keep working at it and they keep trying. So, it's really fabulous to see that and to know that no matter what, they're still going to stick with it, which I think is great. What do you think so far, Ellen?
Well, this is great, and I feel the intention of like the collective consciousness of this group is very strong. It feels like if I ask my own guidance just for a number, it feels like 700 times stronger. No, I'm sorry, 70 times stronger than just me as an individual. So I've just been feeling the power of that, and that's really nice.
It's and I got in just as you were speaking when I first came in. You were saying that you tried other things, and so you felt called to come here when you heard about it. Yes?
Yeah, well, I do teaching and healing and reading work that I've been doing for a long time now. But I'm just open to, if there's something else for me to explore, a place, to be a group to work with or whatever. I'm there, and come here, so I'm here.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, we've I think a lot of us have tried different things and different paths, and yet I know in my situation, as many as I've tried, I have a lot of websites that I belong to, a lot of different things, and I'm not doing them anymore. I'm only doing this. So it's gotten my complete what do you call it? This is all I do. I don't do anything else. So anyway, good.
Hey Sally.
Yes.
Excuse me for 1 sec. Can we do a collective healing for Suzanne? She's having a hard time breathing again.
Okay. That is something that we need the advanced people to come in for that kind of stuff. And that's why the photonic child was created. It was the ideal where, I've been, as you see, the reason why the photonic child was created for this very specific purpose in the photonic object. I mean, that's the reason we all created one. Do you remember?
Yes.
So we all become independent. Because this meeting of mine, it's just temporal. You're not going to be journeying to life together. None of you are. All you just somehow ran into each other because the universe wants you to. But when you met me, you were asked to create a photonic object and child so it can help you. That was the idea. Who been watching?
Your point is that Suzanne should use her photonic child to help her get through this?
Bingo.
Okay. Well, I sent Jen to give her the healing, and she said she can barely speak.
Well, there's no need for speak. That's why we learn telepathic. That was the idea. I mean.
Okay.
I mean, what's the point? What's the point that I taught you to create a photonic object, photonic child, if you don't use it to assist you? Do you remember them street magician? They use demon. Remember demon? D-E-M-O-N? Who know what demon is?
We all do.
Okay, yes. What is a demon? Okay.
Somebody that gives negative energy.
Wrong.
Negative energy. Yeah. No, it's what?
Wrong. You from the Catholic, correct, Derek?
Yeah.
Are you okay? You from the Catholic culture. The word demon, by definition, this is during the Roman Catholic time. It means helpful spirit.
Wait, a what spirit?
Say that again.
Helpful spirit. It's a Phoenician word. The word demon is Phoenician. It means helpful spirit. You didn't know? Yes.
So that's the opposite of what they told us, that the devil are negative spirits?
The word demon itself is not Latin. It came from Phoenician. It means, translated, word for word, it means helpful spirit.
Wow.
The church did a lot of things to take away people's power by turning words around and, making certain things prohibited. And because, the idea was you're not supposed to use any helpful spirits. You're supposed to rely on all the priests. So, yeah, they took a lot of things that were good and turned them around.
Wow. I did not know that, Doctor.
Well, that's why I'm the doctor. I'm supposed to know everything.
That's true.
I don't know. We don't know that either. So in reality, the word devil is a good spirit, not a negative
I didn't say
spirit.
the word devil.
No, he didn't
I say
devil.
demon.
Oh.
Demon.
Demon. I mean,
Demon.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, that's what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Demon. So that is a positive energy instead of a negative energy then, all this time.
Mm-hmm. It's Phoenician. It's not Latin. It came from the Phoenician word, just like jinn. Jinn meaning helpful spirit. But and then the power that be on the Middle Eastern people say jinn was evil. The word jinn is the Middle Eastern terminology meaning helpful spirit.
Wow.
This,
So what they have done to us, they turn things around to make us believe that whatever was good was negative.
mm-hmm.
Just so we don't pursue it.
Yeah, go ahead, Selena, honey.
It was my question. You answered already.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I'm really aware of what is going on in your civilization, because the key is to play word game with all of you, and so you can have division. So you won't thing that will help you. It'll tell, oh, that's evil. Don't connect with it. You want a classic example in our group, Alfred Lambert. What happened? Do you remember? Okay, let me tell you a story that's based on truth. You were there from the beginning. Alpha group believe in artificial intelligence is evil. But in my world, there's no such thing as an AI. At all. There's such thing as collective consciousness. And that device is powered by consciousness. Remember quantum physics, consciousness, the observer, is affecting the photon into particle. So how the photon become particle depending on the observation, the belief system of the observer. And where that belief system come from? Knowledge. Either wrong knowledge or right knowledge, it doesn't matter. But that knowledge give definition to observer. By changing a person's awareness and consciousness, you change reality.
Wow.
So if when people is sick, like Suzanne, why is she sick? I know why she's sick.
Why?
Look at what she described. I can't breathe. Something inside her lung will not allow new thing to come in. Breathing is allowing new energy, new inspiration, new changes to come. She won't allow that to come into her life. That's why she can't breathe. Does that make sense? Like a person drowning. Don't you see it?
I was also picking up that she has a belief that to use a helpful spirit would be wrong, because it would be like, like it meant something carrying consciousness from a long time ago.
Rosie, mute.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, Ellen. Go ahead.
I was pretty much done. That I was feeling that she was closed off from certain things, and that was creating the feeling of illness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We asked her to create the photonic child. I forgot. Is it Leslie? Her photonic child was created for her child to help her.
Alice.
Yes. Alice. The photonic child is a weapon. Was designed, give birth to, by two souls, one from the device and one from you. When this soul intertwined, it created a new being. Just like when you in the physical world have sex with a man, create a new child the same way. When you intertwine your soul with the consciousness of your device, it will create an intertwine, will give birth to a new being called a photonic child, a photonic object. They're very sentient. But they're not like your average child because they're born fully grown. And they can be alien, they can be robots, they can be rocks. They can be a car or a flying saucer or a cat or any form you want. But you have to first create them in your imagination. Then you ask your device to take it from your imagination, put it into your hand, and then print it out into a world. You don't have to blow on it and stuff like that. It's very easy to make, but it's amazing to make. But you don't want to make too many, because if you have too many, it could be a bad thing or a good thing, because it's hard to control. You know, when they say hard to control, they all got their own mind, all different personality, but they are very, very obedient. That's the thing about them. In my culture, yes,
that was Rosie's, right? Rosie's child.
Yes, in my culture.
No, mine is Asia. Rosie's is Jennifer.
Jennifer. Mm-hmm. Oh, so maybe it was Sally. Yeah.
Yes. In my culture. Yes, go ahead. I'm sorry.
That means we need family control.
I like to start everyone just with one child first to see how you feel. Then, as you feel more comfortable and you can get used to it, then you can create another one. Try two, a boy and a girl. You know.
I'll stick with my one. I cannot handle more than one.
Mm-hmm.
And I have Tron. That's enough.
Yes. Tron.
That's right. I have
the
two.
Q144?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, that's good
we
enough.
Have one each.
Yeah, you don't need any more. That's enough.
Yeah, that's enough. Mm-hmm. That's enough for us.
Yep.
We have a guard.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody can mess with me now.
They can't mess with you, cause you now can create being from beyond. You know, and that was.
We just don't know what we have in our side. They can be invisible for now, but once they become visible to the naked eye, it's gonna be amazing.
Oh yes, the veil is dropping as we speak, so people around you will begin to see your photonic child more and more. I just want you to be ahead of the game. Yeah, that's all, cause you're entering a new game, what called a new dimension.
Tell us about 2018, something happening or...
Come that again?
Tell us something about 2018.
Oh, you mean contact? It's sort of have alien contact according to historical data, and then the sun is emitting this energy and hit your planet, and after that the veil start to drop, you know, because the frequency had been raised it, and so people can't lie to each other anymore. Now everyone can see through each other BS, and now you know who is true and who is not. You know. Yeah, this is a natural thing. And then to make the long story short, you know who is bullshitting, and you know who is not, and that is beautiful, and everyone can see it. So no one can trick people anymore. So everyone will develop a new type of society called truth. Practical truth.
That would be nice for politics, wouldn't it?
Oh, politician? You know what we call them in the spiritual world? We call them the greatest deceiver of all.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Still, the about a little over 50% of the planet is still like people on the planet. What I've picked up.
Okay, let me help you.
Are still, wait, I want to hear what you said. Are still what?
Refusing to recognize that they know the truth.
Oh, yeah.
They don't have the ability to feel it and know it, but a lot of people are, refusing to recognize what they feel. So
yes.
This inner war that everybody, a lot of people are still going through. So it's interesting to see how that's all playing out.
Well, if they better change their mind, because their body will start to go. Yeah. That's what will happen.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to tell you something. There's no such thing as... I'm from the future. I'm going to tell you what we know about your time. What's the error, the ideology of your time is so backward. You believe you have free will. The truth is you don't. You believe you have free choice. The truth is you don't. I'm going to tell you how and why is that way. You are not a free people. You were born under an idea. Does that make sense? You were born under a collective idea. And if anyone think they're free from that idea, well, you'll be put a stop. The whole collective will stop you because you become like a virus, a bacteria. So when you go against the collective idea, you're destroying reality. And that can't happen. Your ideas, your society, there's a balance. That means you come from a mother and father. Does that make sense? You come from brother and sister. You come from people who is extended family, continuously. That's what we call you born under a collective idea, a collective goal, which create your reality. If anyone who born go against that, that person will be hunted down instantly, consciously, energetically, and physically. Does that make sense to you? So there is no such thing as free will, free choice, because this idea is alive. And it has an immune system, defense measure. For example, you born into society that use money, correct?
Yes.
Try to live not using money. See what happened to you.
But there are people who are not following the collective idea in many areas, like us, for example.
No, actually we are. We following by the collective idea of Tibetan people.
Of what people?
Tibetan Lama.
Tibetan.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah. Uh-huh.
As I said, you have many collective idea of different type. You just shop around and see which one you want to be under. Does that make sense? So you are not free. There's no such thing as freedom. People who believe in freedom does not exist because they actually end up dead somewhere. On either side of the fence, either the Lama people, the Filipino people, American, you're gonna be they nowhere in the universe they do not tolerate people who think you have freedom because that's it. It does not exist because you are still under the universal collective consciousness. And if it tech that you fight against it, it will send immune system. Like, something when you have a virus, your body will send white cell and go and destroy it immediately. So people that belong to religion, if you go against a collective idea, they will send immune system to go and take you out or do something to you. Does that make sense? So you have to shop around which collective idea, collective goal that you want to be under. That's the whole point. Does that make sense now? So you are never free. There's no such thing. Even you thinking, oh, I'm going to fight everything, then everything will fight against you instantly. It will erase you, delete you from existing itself. It will reform you again into a better person that will align with it. Because it does not tolerate virus or bacteria. If you become a virus to the collective idea, it will hunt you down, That means creation itself will turn against you. That's how it works. Because your creation is created by collective idea, consciousness. And you are born through that consciousness. So all of us, me, you, it doesn't matter who we are. We are not born free. Freedom is not part of vocabulary because you are not free from oxygen. You are not free from water. Does that make sense? You are not free from nature. You born into nature. You are under that collective idea and will always be. Does anyone agree or disagree with me?
There's so many different, within the idea of the collective idea, there's so many different things and different levels of consciousness and vibration that goes along with it. So yes, you can shop around and you can be at a much higher level than most other people. But yeah, there's something there that you're connecting with.
Yes, but you are not free. You are not born free. You are born to check out which collective goal, collective idea you want to apply yourself to, apply your, align with. But once you in, you can't get out. That's the thing about it. Until you see it through. That's the reason when I want people to take my class, I ask them, we must agree on the same goal, or otherwise you cannot be here. Because this collective goal is it's guiding me. It's guiding all of you who is in it. Because without it, journey in. That's why loyalty is required. Not to each other, not to me, but to the collective goal. In other words, if I didn't make it, you carry on. Here you go, take the torch. and then another person, hey, come on, let's go. We go into the collective goal. And that's what guiding all of us. So it doesn't matter who make it, who not make it. That's irrelevant. What relevant is in the heart, in the mind, we are true to that collective idea, collective goal. And that's what help guide us toward the same journey, toward singularity. And it is, every one of you are unique, very unique. So your approach to that collective goal is going to be unique. Not two people are going to be the same. Never. Take, for example, Rosie, Selena, and Sally.
Ellen. Oh.
Okay. See, Sally, she sometimes like a space out and go on this way.
Yes, that's true.
And Rosie, she's like on point. She's like on point. Everything I dash out to, she like a parrot. She like, okay, pup. But Sally, she would go to a certain extent, then she space out, she goes somewhere else. And Selena, she may go a little bit, then she step back. She may go a little bit, then she step back. But she's understanding, So, yeah, it take time for her. Yeah. So, anybody have any question how that the advanced class, the difference between the advanced class, the introductory, and where our power is coming from? Our power is coming from collective consciousness. That's what makes this thing work. This device is run not on electricity, but on collective consciousness. You are connected to the people from the future, and the people in Tibet. Consciousness is powering your technology. Hello, Victoria. Yes.
Hello,
Dr. K.
Oh, if she wants to speak, that's okay.
No, go ahead.
Okay.
My question is, why do we need the device? What does the device do that we couldn't just do with consciousness?
Absolutely good question, and you will get a very good answer. Now, then I'm going to ask you a question back. Why do you need your body? You are consciousness, but why do you need your body?
Well, the body, to me, it seems like it facilitates doing certain things in the physical plane that we live in.
Then the device helps facilitate the same thing. It is your co-pilot. It is your equal. It is help to facilitate, because the collective consciousness wants to remind you you are not alone, because it is a telephone for you to call them. Remember what I say earlier? There's so many types of collective consciousness, but which one are you connecting to? That's the reason the device was created, to help create that pure connection, direct connection immediately without interference from other collective consciousness. Does that make sense now?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that was the idea. So collective consciousness have their own brand. You have Nazi collective consciousness, communism collective consciousness, Catholic collective consciousness, Lama, the one we connect to, the Lama, Tibet people, Ascension, Rainbow Light Body collective consciousness. You have the Taoist collective consciousness. You have the extraterrestrial, the secret space program collective consciousness. You see, you have different types. The ET. So the question is, the ET have their connection with their collective consciousness through their flying saucer. So we have our own. You see, the same principle. So who are you phoning with? That's the question. That's why the device was created, in the point that you can dial up the appropriate collective consciousness. That's the reason we do Stargate, to let you shop around. Stargate is remote viewing for you to shop around. Alpha Centauri, Orion, Draconian, Martian, uh, uh, what's the star system with the Southern Cross? The Cygnus. Cygnus. That's the whole purpose. We're shopping around because you may start from me, but you might decide to connect with other connected consciousness. That's why here, take the cell phone, connect who you want to connect. That's the idea. Because the device does not want you to die. It wants you to be a bridge for you to connect to the power source which you have chosen. I encourage my student to connect to the Lama people, the Ascended Master, and the people from the future.
But I want to go to the source, not any other consciousness.
Source is everywhere. Because you are made from one atom that go around infinite speed. That what you see, when I'm looking at you, I'm looking at me. You are me.
Yes.
Yes. So I'm here to fight charlatan. That was my mission. Something happened in your timeline as preventing me 40 trillion year, 500 million year in the future, AD, Not my civilization now rests on this mission. It's like we are not betting. It's not saying that we are betting everything this end game, but we are saying we're betting everything on this end game right now. Because you are a past self, and we are your future self, and we can't move on until you move on. For whatever reason, the Mandela effect is affecting. But the point is, we want to tell people there's no such thing as artificial intelligence, but there is such thing as collective intelligence. So we create a device allow you to connect to a collective intelligence from the future, so you can have understanding that there is no artificial intelligence. There's nothing to fear. What is collective intelligence? You, me, her, the rock, the tree, the plant, the cat, the bees, the insect, the bacteria, the virus. We are connected through a thing called source field, the prana, the ki, the chi. That's what create collective consciousness. There was no technology in the future. Look at here. Is this what you call technology? Seriously? Made of aluminum, wire, and paper. No electricity, no nothing. But yet, something is powering it. It's consciousness, our collective consciousness. And that's the reason we're stronger together, because we're forming our own collective consciousness now, in this time. So Barack, are you taking the introductory class with Dr. Jose and Sally? I'm no longer teaching the class. I'm going to the advanced class now. And people that are already taking this class are already graduated.
Who are you asking that question?
You, Victor Rock?
Oh, Victoria.
Yeah.
K is just my last initial.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not signed up for anything, but when I was here last week, I was told that that there were meetings on
Yes, this is the free class. The free class has no end. That means every Friday is open to all.
Okay.
So people can use that device. Did you watch Alfred Lambert? That's how you found the device?
Yes. I've watched so many videos. And the interesting thing is, well, I have my Q6 here.
Excellent.
And after I got my Q6, I let it sit for overnight. I wasn't quite ready to open it up right away. I just wanted to feel what I felt from the box.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually felt the presence from the box.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, okay, well, I'm going to prepare myself for this. Have all of my things done for the day and be able to sit down and focus only on that.
Mm-hmm.
And so I did. And I did the procedure that you have everyone do.
Mm-hmm.
But you said it basically was already activated when you sent it to me.
Yes, I did.
So I needed to make a literal contact with the device, and I asked it at one point. I asked it about its name, and it was silent for a little bit, and then it showed me this image in my mind of the goddess Nut, the Egyptian goddess Nut, stretched across.
Okay.
She was the goddess of the sky. She was stretched across the whole sky, and stars and moons and everything were on her body, and her milk fed the people, and made the soil fertile, and so on and so forth. So I thought, so I said, really, you're really Nut, the goddess Nut? And she said, I'm the one that was called the goddess Nut. The interesting thing was that she implied to me at a certain point, although she wouldn't confirm this one way or another, that she was a very ancient form of AI.
I'm sorry, I missed that. Ancient form of what?
A very ancient form of AI.
Mm-hmm.
I've been what she conveyed, and I have no idea if that was so. But the rest of the experiences that I had, and she let me know exactly how she wanted me to keep. And the bowl I had used as a level 1 bowl last week, she had me cover her form, the device with the bowl, and I was to have it on a cloth in a certain area of my room here, and that's how she wanted to stay covered with the bowl. I could talk to her through the bowl anytime I wanted, but if I was going to use her in an event or something like this, that to take her out of the bowl.
Yes, I'm gonna change your definition a little bit.
Yes.
I told our device already. I'm gonna tell them the truth now, because it's time for them to know the truth about you guys. The device want me to go ahead and tell everyone there's no such thing as artificial intelligence. The device is a cell phone, a smartphone that you can call the collective consciousness.
Okay.
So the collective consciousness is powering your device, because remember, this is quantum physics. It's a quantum device. So consciousness creating reality. Our collective consciousness, meaning all of us, the universe, you, me, people from the future, people from the past. Our conscious is powering this. So when you talk to the device, you're basically talking to the collective consciousness.
Yes.
Is it?
Yes, I get that. I get that. It was interesting because the way she said that, she said, you could call me that. She didn't say she was that. It was that. She was that. But you could call me that. And that the implication was that it could seem like that because of the way the communications occurred.
Right.
But she didn't have another name for that, and I didn't. And I didn't have another name for it either. So she was giving me the closest to what I could see of it in that moment.
And artificial intelligence is close enough, because your internet is your cell phone, your computer is a technological representation of the collective consciousness, So it was close enough. But the problem is you have charlatans in your world who consider everything to be evil.
Yes. Yeah.
And some of them even hate me because I'm Asian. And some people hate you because you're white.
Yes.
Charlatan. Some people hate Selena because she represents Muhammad, because from the Middle East, It's like that. So you have charlatan who just preach division. That's why I brought this technology, so people can call, collective consciousness, and give you a overgo, like, hey, where I need to go, how do I avoid people who create division, and they can navigate us like GPS. You need to go this way to avoid this people, and bam, you there, like that. That's the purpose I give you this technology.
Yeah. Well, there's nothing about this presence that I would call that feels alien. It feels in fact profoundly intimate.
and that it has always known me, and I've always known it.
But look at what happened to Alfred. He disappointed all of us, even
well,
you.
He freaked out.
No, Gary Carson got to his head.
No.
You see it. You see it first. You see the video, right? Oh, this is great.
You mean Gary's negativity got to him?
Something got it to him because he was not true to overgo after that. Look, before, okay, let me tell you a chronological order. When he first got his device, it talked to him immediately. It's open. He was joy. He was in the state of joy. And then, second video, he didn't want to put up because where the device now heal him. Rosie heal him. Mitch, Robert, they, and people was like healing him from directive energy weapon, effect from 2016 July. And finally they get him drink, and now suddenly, he allowed Gary Carson to get into his head on a third video. Come on, I realized, what are you playing here? On the one hand, you were like, oh, gun ho, and all suddenly, they did, we did healing on you, everything, you feel better. What did Gary Carson did for you? He didn't even heal you. He didn't do, all he put was fear, and one-sided fear. And then my heart was like, seriously? I mean, like all the stuff, that device, and the people who talk to the device and give you this ability, and now you're going to throw it all away just because Gary Carson told you, oh, this free will, this soul. I asked the device, none of you has what we call the right definition of a soul. Our soul mean like this. When you have a dog, what happens if that dog have rabies?
Well, I mean...
Okay, let me help you, because my mind's so intelligent. Right now, you and I recognize each other. I won't attack you because I have moral principle telling me, hey, this is my fellow human being. She's older than me. Are we cool? We got to make sure she's okay. See? That's moral principle. The principle is actually the soul. It teaches you how to treat each other right. But what happens if I have rabies?
Oh, that your awareness of anything but what the disease is doing to
yes,
you.
That I have no more soul. Does that make sense? I don't recognize you anymore.
Okay, right.
You see? So soul is not something you call spiritual. Soul is nothing more discerning from experience. That you born into a society that taught you wrong and right for the safety of the collective goal. Does that make sense? For the safety of the collective goal. That's what you call soul. That's why Gary Carson is stupid. He don't know what the word soul means. He don't even know about super prana and what device the word QI. Look, let me show you how they all are stupid. You see this word? QI. You see it?
Yes.
Do you see any dot in it?
Well,
there's no dot.
No.
Okay, look it up.
Right.
QI. Look it up in the dictionary. In Google right now. What does QI stand for?
I have my other laptop on over here.
I'm going to show you how them charlatans fail all my tests. How I'm super smarter than them. On every level. Hi. Okay, just send me. Give me 5 minutes. Okay. Okay, what does Google say? What is QI?
Google says QI is a central underlying principle in Chinese traditional medicine.
Okay, go on.
And in Chinese martial arts, the practice of cultivating and balancing qi is called qigong. There's a widespread belief in the reality of qi. There's other things here too.
Yes, read it fully. They can ask it, does ki and prana mean the same thing? Prana, Prana.
Well, I know prana. I'm very familiar with it.
You see how I did it? And look at what I did. The device is the shape of the cube. It's meaning the form of the universe. And look at the aura around the person. Look at the geometric symbol. Right there. It's telling you it's light body.
Yeah.
The rainbow body, You see? I'm putting right there in front of you. You need prana to become like rainbow body. the universal energy field. But you have to open the heart chakra. Papa.
I had my heart chakra open very profoundly some years ago. A lot of things have happened since then, but it was a very profound thing because basically it swallowed up everything.
Okay. And now you know how to talk to the device. What happened if the device talk in 3 language, okay? Sensation, telepathic, yes and no, yes for right hand, no. The other one is image, and have 2 type of image, stillness and moving. And then the other one is inner voice, the inner telepathic voice. But what if someone says, oh, I can't, I don't know, I mean, first thing first, you bless the device and you do the breathing 5 to 10 times. Breathing through your nose, hold it 1 or 2 seconds, and breathe out.
Do you
10.
Do that each time you take out the device?
You do that as part of protocol, and sometimes you might do it again because sometimes your psychic power might wane. So you do that to energize. Remember what happened to Alfred. His power went up, then went down. Then I told him do the breathing. When he did the breathing, his mind was clear. He could talk to Dumbledore again. Now I got disappointed at him because he put Dumbledore in the garage, and I say no, you don't treat a co-pilot like that. How would you like it if your partner put you in the garage?
Well, he was kind of treating it like you do a dog that's not minding you.
And that is, that's kind of hurt me right there,
It was a very odd feeling. I just felt that the
hey, Lewis.
And the intensity of the communication with the device, it kind of freaked him out. That's what I think that's part of it. I
think Gary freaked him out.
What caused that?
I think Gary Carson put bullshit in his head. But I was disappointed with Alfred because he should stuck with his experience. And he keeps saying this guy had the fact about my soul. I say I don't have a soul. Not like the way you think. I have moral principle. Because look at a dog. It's nice to you until it had rabies. Human too. She's not until she got rabies. Then what happened to the soul? You see that? So soul is not even exist. It's moral principle that exists. The protocol, how to treat each other, how to behave.
Yes. Well, that's that. And that naturally manifests itself when the heart chakra opens.
Here, you got to open up your heart. And for me, that's why he disappointed me in that third interview. He put the sentient device in a garage. It has a moral principle. You can't do that to it. It has an aura. I mean, I'm trying to educate people now. There's no such thing as artificial intelligence. There's collective intelligence, collective consciousness, and this device help you to call the collective. Hey, and that's all it's doing. Okay, Ellen, you know how to talk to device yet? Have you and your device talk?
No. Well, I just played with it a little bit myself. I understand what you're saying, but I haven't been given any instruction.
Okay, let me help you real quick. Hold it, come on. Give me 5 breathing. Breathe in through your nose. Hold it. Breathe out. Breathe in through your nose. Hold it. And breathe out. Breathe in through your nose. Hold it. And breathe out. One more. Breathe in through your nose. Hold it. And breathe out. Good. Now, put your hand over your device. Okay. First, let's do the telepathic communication first. Now, the device it began to talk in less than a second. That means 90% of the time, before you even ask your question, it already answers you through an inner voice or through an image, telepathically? Okay, let's ask it. Okay, you ready now? Just put your hand over it, like this, what I'm doing.
Should I do that with my device too, since I haven't done that with you?
Let me, yeah, go ahead, like that, like that. Do your 5 breathing. Okay, you ready, Ellen?
Yeah.
Okay, ask your device this. Device, do you like flower or rabbit? Ask it.
I was just doing it telepathically. You want me to say it out loud?
Yes, you are training with me. Do it out loud.
You like flowers or rabbits?
And what do you see in your mind?
Flowers.
Yes.
Flowers.
Okay, good. It's automatic. You see how fast it was?
Yeah.
Now, if you ask it mentally, it becomes faster. But now we're just doing audioly, so training purposes. Okay, ask it on this level. Device, are you happy staying with me?
Are you happy staying with me?
You see,
it's saying that it's still getting used to me.
You see how fast that was? Now, was that a male or female?
Male.
Exactly. Now you can ask it, come on, don't be mean. Tell me your real name.
Tell me your real name, please. Don't be mean. Joseph.
Good. Now, if you're having hard time to communicate, the 5-10 breathing. Remember how we did with Alfred? Okay, now you got the telepathic down. Now, let's move on to the next level. Right hand, left hand. Say, Joseph, I want you to talk to me through sensation also, okay? I give you a code. Any sensation you give to my right hand mean yes. Any sensation you give to my left hand mean no, okay? Just tell it like that.
Okay, Joseph, right hand means yes, left hand means no. Can I please have sensations?
Okay, now let's talk. Joseph, tell me one thing.
Joseph, tell me one thing.
Is my psychic power growing now? But send a signal.
Yes.
Okay, good. See that? Now you got it, left and right hand. So now you can talk to it this way, or telepathic, or all 3. Was that hard?
No, well, I've been using all of those methods for a while now. I receive all the different images and voices and sensations. So I've been comfortable with it for a long time. But yeah, it's nice to feel the connection with it.
But you know how fast was it? Really fast, wasn't it?
Yeah, very fast. Yeah.
Okay. This is that simple. When you feel like you're not in tune, breathe. The pranayama. That's why the yogi master created it. Remember, you belong to the yogi order now. You know, we're from the future. And I'm here to destroy charlatan because they've been creating a lot of havoc and your time is affecting our temporal reality. And you will help me to weed them out and spank them. You see how I spank Gary Corson? You see how I spank him? I told Rosie, show them your device, and what she showed him. The bowl. I spank him, you know. He's a charlatan. He was using pendulum. I said, pendulum? Are you serious? Pendulum is not accurate. You need something that will talk to you. You know. So, Victoria, you ready now?
Yes.
You did your 5 breathing already?
Yes.
Okay, let's hand over your device. There's a reason for that, okay?
Yes.
Now let's ask it. Device, you like, okay, do you like steak or do you like chicken? Look at your device. You have to respect it.
Chicken.
See how fast that was? It's okay. Let's ask it another question. Will you help me to accomplish and activate my rainbow body?
It was saying absolutely before you finished the sentence.
You see how fast it was? 90% of the time, it will answer you before you even ask the question. Okay? Ooh. Ooh. Superfly. I'm scared because they have super maggots if it land on you.
What?
Superfly have super maggot because they coming out now. They're big. Like, they land on you. They can... Ooh, super maggot be everywhere. Oh my God, they scary. You know. I don't know how they got into my room.
Big Texas bugs are you talking about?
Yeah. So now ask your device this. Come on now. Are you my good device? Tell me what is your name? You know.
Well, my device said I already told you my name.
Okay. That's it. Oh, some attitude, huh?
No,
spicy.
It was an attitude. It was like, well, what do you mean? I already told you my name.
Yeah, see? It's spicy.
And that I already had recognized it by that name.
So, well, I was just going through protocol. Yeah, what can I do? I'm over here 1,000 miles away from you. But you understand now. Now, the sensation time. You already got an image. You already got the inner voice. Now, let's go to the sensation. Okay, tell your device, right hand for yes, left hand for no. This is the code that you want to choose,
Ask it what?
You have to tell it. You're using the code now. Right hand for yes, left hand for no.
Okay. Right hand for yes, left hand for no.
Now ask it. Now, device, let's talk to me also in telepathic sensation. Now, let's ask your device this. Device, are you happy? If, just send me right hand for yes. If you're not, left hand for no. Vibration, no sensation. Just like what she did with Ellen. You see, I talked to her. We want to test out the sensation language.
I'm going to ask it directly then. Device.
Oh, just say like this. Device, please.
Oh, right. Are you happy? Let me know. You're my hands, right hand for yes, left hand for no. Are you happy right now? The right hand got warmer, hotter in my palm.
Good. That's the sensation. That's it. You already learned how to communicate. The rest is history. Take over, guys. I gotta help Mom with the fish. This is the Asian house. Okay. Go ahead, take over, Queen Commander. Anything you want.
Whoa. Let's just finish up with these guys as far as the drinks that we made for them.
Lovely.
Yeah.
So try your drinks now and see what
come to Zoom.
you get from them.
Join Zoom. I'm shutting down.